Okay, guys, let's talk about this. So, this woman wants to unalive her somewhat famous husband so that she can be with someone much worse. Now, the woman's name is Victoria, and she's around 30 years old, and she's living in Nevada, and one day she meets someone kind of famous. This guy, Aaron. And Aaron's around 45, and he's one of the hosts of this TV show, Ghost Adventures, where they go around to different haunted places looking for paranormal activity. And so Victoria meets Aaron, and she thinks he's kind of fine. And soon enough, they start dating, and they fall in love, and eventually they get married. And they have their wedding at the haunted mansion in Disneyland because, ghosts. But anyway, things are going great for them. They're in love, Aaron is on a successful TV show, and it doesn't seem like anything could screw this up. Until a few years go by, and for some reason, though they haven't been married that long, Victoria starts feeling lonely. Maybe it's because Aaron's off filming his show all the time. Or maybe it's because she's jealous of the attention he gets and she doesn't. I mean, I'm speculating here. We actually don't really know why she's lonely. But Victoria starts becoming unhappy. The thing is, it seems like Aaron doesn't really know that she's feeling this way. Maybe she's just not communicating this with him. But one day in 2024, everything changes because she's watching this true crime docuseries. A docuseries about this guy, Grant. Grant is 35 and he's actually in prison right now. Why is Grant in prison? Well, if you remember, we actually covered Grant's story, and if you don't remember him, let me remind you of what he did. One day in 2019, he comes across a cam girl site, and he starts watching this cam girl. Her name's Sylvie, and Grant thinks Sylvie is fine, and he starts donating money to her. And over time, he becomes obsessed with her, and he starts stealing money from his family members to donate to her. In fact, little by little, he steals over $200,000 from his family, and he just donates it all to Sylvie. His family becomes desperate to get him to stop talking to her, so they end up taking his phone away. In retaliation for taking his phone away, he gets a pew-pew, and he unalives his mom, his dad, and his brother. So for that, he gets convicted, and he gets life in prison. He is currently serving. Here's the crazy thing, though. Prison hasn't actually stopped Grant from being obsessed with women. I mean, he's kind of well known now. His story is famous. He had a whole-ass docuseries made on him. And because of that, I guess women around the country have been writing to him while he's in prison. Like, oh my God, you're so fine. As if he didn't just get convicted of murdering his whole family because he couldn't have this cam girl. No, these women want him. Like sometimes he'll have phone contact with them and he'll respond all creepy like, "Hi, my precious little kitty. I want so many more pictures and videos. And this is just amazing that I get to see you like this." I guess in prison, he got game? Anyway, so back to Victoria. In 2024, she watches this whole documentary about how Grant went crazy over a cam girl and ruined his whole family. And for reasons I'll never understand, she's like, oh, he seems like a nice guy. I really want to get to know him. And that is when, apparently, Victoria writes to Grant. And I assume he writes back. And soon they hit it off, and they're communicating back and forth. And at some point, while in prison, Grant Loki gets a contraband phone, which is a cell phone that he would keep hidden because prisoners are not supposed to have cell phones. So he gets this phone, and he and Victoria start texting one another. And I guess over time, they really start liking each other. And they fall in love. Now keep in mind, she's still married to Aaron, so now she's having like a full-blown emotional affair. And she starts texting Grant about how she wants out of her marriage and how she'd rather have a life with him, while poor Aaron, who from the reporting I've read, is universally described as a nice guy and a big teddy bear. This guy has no idea any of this is going on. He apparently believes nothing is wrong with his marriage to Victoria and that everything is going great because, while Victoria is around Aaron, she's pretending that it is. Now, this is where things get really messed up. So, Victoria and Grant are texting back and forth all the time, and they allegedly come up with a plan to get rid of Aaron for good. They decide to hire a hitman to take Aaron out. And so Grant is apparently all excited and he gets right to work on this plan. And he uses his contraband phone to contact someone he knows on the outside. I guess he just texts this guy and he's like, "Hey, want to murder someone?" And this person is like, and through text, Victoria agrees to pay this hitman $11,500, which is a very specific amount. Anyway, boom, they have officially set this plan in motion. Meanwhile, in front of Aaron, Victoria is still pretending everything is fine and that she's happy in this marriage. Like on Instagram, she posts pictures of them together on a plane, while he's still oblivious. Like on their wedding anniversary, he posts a picture of their wedding saying, "2 years ago today, I got to marry my best friend. I'm so lucky to have you in my life." Well, at the same time, she's texting Grant, talking about the hit that they're about to pull off and saying things like, "I'm so anxious, Lolo. I just can't believe it's happening." And then she asks, "Am I a bad person?" While Grant's like, "Of course not, baby. Why would you think that?" And she's like, "Because I chose to end his existence, not divorce. And by the way, I didn't make these texts up. These are word for word what they texted each other." Anyway, so the date of the hit approaches, and Victoria and Grant and this hitman all make their preparations. And they allegedly tell the hitman they want Aaron to be unalived while he's out of state, while he's on location filming Ghost Adventures in California. Then Victoria texts Grant Aaron's schedule and his shooting locations, the make of his car, a picture of him. She's also able to give away his exact location with the Find My app, and so Grant sends all this information to the hitman, so now the hitman has everything he needs to get the job done. Then Grant allegedly texts that Aaron's asleep right now in the hotel room, signaling the hitman that he should move forward. Then Grant waits, and he waits, and he waits. And he's not sure if the hitman did the job or not, so he texts him, "Can I get an update? Was it done?" And that is when everything falls apart, because suddenly, boom, correctional officers at the prison bust Grant for having a phone that he's not supposed to have, and they take it away from him. And as of now, we don't know what happened to Hitman. We just don't have that information yet. But Aaron is still alive, thank goodness. So, the hit didn't work. But now Victoria can't communicate with Grant because he doesn't have his phone. So she doesn't know what the hell happened or what's going on. So she just goes on about her life and keeps pretending like her marriage is fine for months. She's posting on her Instagram like her and Aaron on Valentine's Day. Mini golf with my Valentine. She's posting about the Lego set she built for him. She posts this picture with their cat. Cuddle puddle with my boys. See? That's Aaron's leg, that's her leg, and that's his hand on her leg. So to the outside world, everything seems to be going fine for them. So this goes on for several months. And this whole time, prison admin has Grant's contraband phone. And eventually they start going through it. And that is when they see all these texts between him and Victoria talking about hiring a hitman to unalive her husband. And so, bam, police go and they arrest her. Meanwhile, we're all glad that Aaron is okay, and I've read that since then he has filed for divorce. So good for him. Victoria got caught, but what happened to Grant next will shock you. If you love true crime, real stories, and the craziest plot twists in real life, smash that subscribe button right now. You'll thank yourself later.